Hello everyone, this reading is focused on how can you bring more joy, balance and ease into your everyday life. Now I like what I'm picking up, so yeah, just bear with because I think I'm going to ramble on a little bit. We've got Panda Spirit, okay, and it says stay balanced and in your essence. Now it talks about balancing between your masculine and feminine energy, okay, and there's other cards that are also mentioning, well not mentioning, but are highlighting that to me. Now, if you're not aware, your masculine energy is your structure, discipline, routine, action. Your feminine energy is your softness, intuition, patience, flow, creativity, the ability to slow down and receive as well. So, example, I am female. Now, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I do my exercise. So, that's me being my masculine energy. I have a structure, I'm being disciplined, I have a routine, and I'm putting in the action that I need to put in to achieve the goal. So, that's me being in my masculine energy. But I'm also being in my feminine energy at the same time because I'm being patient with myself. I'm not being brutal or forceful with myself. If I need to rest or I need to take it a little bit easy, I will. If I need to slow down, I will. It's a I'm being more softer with myself, okay? And that's what I feel with this. With I'm not necessarily saying it's to do with you've got to do exercise, but that's what I'm trying to give the example about is the masculine and feminine energy, if that makes sense. So what I feel is the cards are really saying is that your joy really increases when these two energies working together. And it takes actually a lot of practice. It took me because I would say that I was more of my masculine energy for a long, long time. But when I had this card come out for me and I was thinking about it and it kind of clicked. I was like, actually, yeah, okay. And I've tried it and it works. It works a lot more better. Balancing the masculine and the feminine energy. So yeah, it's working together, not against each other in your balancing the feminine and masculine side. So instead of being all action or all rest, it becomes kind of like a blend of both. Okay. Now the Seven of Wands reversed. This to me shows where things may have felt a bit heavy or pressured. I actually, more than anything, I really struggle to get how forceful and brutal you are and hard you are with yourself. Yeah, I feel like you push yourself too hard, or you're overly strict with yourself, or you force progress instead of really allowing it. Okay, so it's kind of more that masculine energy, regardless of what you are. It's more of the masculine energy. So I feel really here that the guidance is not to fight yourself anymore. It's more like softening it into life and really saying to yourself, okay, yeah, I don't need to prove myself through pressure, because joy doesn't really come from forcing things. It really comes actually from more, that flowing energy. Now with the Knight of Pentacles and the Strength, this is where the message becomes very like grounded and practical. This is also where the masculine and feminine balance really comes in. Okay, your masculine energy here is showing up as building structure in your life. So this could look like creating a simple daily routine, setting small goals, and kind of committing to them constantly. So, for example, I don't know, waking up at a steady time, having a simple morning routine, focusing on one or two important tasks a day, or committing to something long term like exercise or learning a skill or improving your lifestyle step by step. Okay, so this is part of you that creates that direction and stability. Now, with the feminine energy, that comes through the Strength card. And this is just as important because this is about how you treat yourself whilst you're doing that. Okay, so instead of pushing yourself in a harsh way or being, too disciplined to the point of burnout, the feminine energy is really asking you to rest without guilt, listen to your body, allow slow days when needed, my darling, and be patient with yourself whilst you grow. Okay, it's the difference between forcing yourself through a routine versus really supporting yourself through a routine, if that makes sense. And this is really important because I actually feel like if you lean too far to one side, you either burn out or lose direction. But when you kind of like blend both, I feel that's when the real joy and that stability comes in. Okay, so it's not really about choosing masculine or feminine energy. It's about really is learning how to use both together so you feel balanced instead of overwhelmed. Now with the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck, this is kind of interesting because this is you again planning your direction in life. Okay, thinking about what you actually want to do for your everyday life. What do you want it to look like? What do you want to build for yourself long term? Again, this does directly connect to the Knight of Pentacles energy, because it's not rushed or chaotic. It's steady planning, it's steady movement and steady progress. So the more you kind of allow yourself to create structure without pressure and flow without the guilt, and you know, that's when the more joy naturally starts to return into your everyday life, my darling. So yeah, your joy doesn't really come from doing more. I really feel it comes more from doing things that feels more balanced, you know, structure with softness, action with rest, discipline with patience, you know, and when you bring those two sides of yourself together, life stops feeling like pressure and starts feeling like progress that actually supports you. Okay, so I hope this reading's made sense and it's helped, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.